God can certainly help resolve marital conflicts, but it makes it more easier if you choose the right partner. And I will give you 5 aspects of marriage. Welcome to One Truth, and thank you for joining me today. It is such a great delight that you have welcomed me in the comfort of your homes. And here we will keep you motivated and encouraged daily. There is this man, he was happily married to his wife, and they managed to have children. Unfortunately, at one point in time, the wife passed away. Now he was left with only the children. And also the children grew and they also got married. Then this time he thought of visiting one of her daughter and her family. And as he went to visit the daughter, he had an opportunity to spend quality time with the grandchildren and the husband to her daughter. It was so marvelous that he was in the family after a long time, since now he was left alone at home. And as he was there, he noticed something. And also he waited for the children to go to sleep. And after the children had gone, he calls the daughter and says, "If you can have a moment, I would love to have a talk with you and your husband." So then they come, they sit there on the couches. He says to them, "Who is the most important person in your life?" He starts with the daughter. Then the daughter says, "It is my children." And then from there he comes to the husband. "Who is the most important person in your life?" And then the husband says, "It is my children." He says to them, "I've really seen that you really love your children. I would love to tell you something. The most important person in your life, it is your husband, it is your wife. Look at my life today. I was once married and I had my children. Everything was nice and I valued my children so much. But it came to a time that, as you see today, you are all married and I'm left there at home, and unfortunately my wife passed away. So the most important person in your life, it is your husband, it is your wife. And the children, as they grow up, they should know that the most important person to my father, it is her wife. And also when it comes to the wife, the children should know that the most important person to our mother, it is the father, it is her husband. So in that way, they will be groomed very well. And as they grow up, they will know what does it mean to be a wife, what does it mean to be a husband. You look at that the children, as they grow up, there will come a time when they will be old and they will all go and get married to their husbands or to their wives. And you will be left, the two of you. And he says to them, make time for each other. The children are a bonus. We get our opening remarks from the book of Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but warmongers and adulterers God will judge. And this moment, I will give you 5 aspects of marriage. The first one is, marriage is a lifelong commitment to loving only one person. And once you make a mistake by opening a door to a third party, it's now a community. And in that situation, you are inviting hatred in your family, you are inviting jealousy, you are inviting all these evil traits that we can always think about. Marriage is only for 2 people, husband and the wife. Once that is compromised, there is danger. And if we take an experience of Jacob, we look at that he had Leah, he had Rachel. Not that it was his will for him to marry 2 wives, but it was because he was deceived. But now as he had Leah and Rachel, Leah realized that Rachel was loved more than her. And as a result, she had jealous and she started with competition. And as she looked at that, now she had children, but Rachel did not have. And then she thought that she has to give the husband many children, and in that way, the husband will love her more. But it did not happen like that. She thought, perhaps let me rather give her my maidservant, and in that way maybe my husband is going to love me more. But still, Jacob's heart was on Rachel. And also we find that God closed the womb of Rachel because he saw that if Rachel had children early, then Leah was going to be despised. So now as we look at polygamy, polygamy is not good at all. It invites competition in the family. It invites hatred in the family. And it even goes to the children. The children, they did not love each other very well. We find that Jacob loved more Joseph, and as a result, he makes him a coat of many colors. And also these brothers, as they were seeing that, they were displeased up until it came to a time that they thought of even killing him. And also one says to them, no, we don't have to carry his blood on our hands. Let's rather sell him. This is why the Bible is more clear, saying that the husband is to only marry one wife. And also the wife should marry one husband, and in that way they will manage to bring peace and happiness in their family. Aspect number 2, forsaking all other opportunities for romantic love. I had a chat with one brother. He says to me, being a father is a blessing, but it is not easy. I remember in the time when I did not have children, it was only me and my wife. We used to go visit places, we go out. And also sometimes I used to even run a hot bath for her. And also sometimes I used to give her a massage. Everything used to be very beautiful. But now, everything is compromised. I don't even have enough time with my wife. Each time we want to do something, the children are there. Each time we want to go out, we can't go out leaving our children. So it is not easy. And then I said to him, you have to make a way for your wife. And the children should know that they are a bonus. And they should know that the most valuable person, it is your wife. Go out, spend some time with your wife. If it means that you have to take your children to the crèche, just do so. Go out with your wife. Spend enough and quality time with your wife. She is the most important person in your life. And also that the children are there, that should not be compromised. Make sure that you value each other no matter what. Aspect number 3, being in a relationship with all the bad, immature, and broken parts of that person. When it comes to marriage, you'll find that there are also other people who are already bruised. But if you have accepted them, you will have to carry your own cross. There are many cars which are running on the road, and some of them are not fit enough to be in the road. Some cars, they need to be put on a garage first. And when you put them there, you make sure that you deal on them, repair them nicely. And when they are fit enough, then you can put them on the road. So also some other people, they get married without being healed. And as a result, they bring in challenges in the marriage. So in that situation, what should you do? If you have already got this person, now you have to find a way how you can go about it and make sure that you come at the bottom of it. And some other people were affected in their childhood, and as a result, they come in with that kind of an attitude. And you as a husband or as a wife, you will have to find out a way how you are going to handle that. There is no way that you can forsake your wife. There is no way that you can forsake your husband. That person is there for you, and you are to be there for one another. Aspect number 4, solving conflicts in ways that do not involve leaving the relationship. There are some people who have got cracks on their feet that you can even put a coin in there. Imagine you are in bed with that kind of a person, and in the middle of the night, it happens that he turns and he scratches you with his cracks. How would you feel? And there are also some people who have got a disease of peeing in bed. Imagine you wake up in the middle of the night, you are swimming in the pool of a bed. How will you handle that kind of a situation? Will you leave this person because this person is peeing in bed, or either he has got cracks or he is also snoring at night? How will you handle the situation? So you can't leave that person because of their defects. You have to find a way that you end up loving all those kind of things. And as a man or as a wife, if you have accepted to say that I am getting married, you have to know what kind of a person am I getting married to. And if you know and you have already accepted, now when you finally meet all those challenges, you have to carry your own cross. Who do you think you have to leave that person for? Who is going to want to get a second-hand person? Aspect number 5, sacrifice yourself and individual preferences for the sake of the relationship. You have to make sure you try by all means to make your relationship work. In marriage, there are things that you so like, but because you want the relationship to work, you want your marriage to prosper, you will have to let go of some of the things for the sake of that marriage. Marriage is love and sacrifice for the one that you love. Let's quickly look at the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 25. What does it say? Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. And also as we read verse 22, it says that, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. As the husband is the head of the family, he is also following Christ. And as he is a follower of Christ, you are all the followers of Christ as the head. Please share me your thoughts on the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss out of any of the One Truth presentation that are going to come after.